Are we saying the end of Sibiya Mchunu'S career? Why I'm saying that is because today I want to play or replay the audio where the same man, Kat Masala, was confessing. Number two, it is General Shadrach Sibiya. I've said something today that a lot of people thought maybe, just maybe, I was joking. I don't know. Why would people think that perhaps I'm joking? Right, because this is serious, right? Now, the reason I bring this to your attention, it is for the following reasons. If Kat Masala is arrested and then he sits down with the police, and as you are going to listen to the audio, you get to hear that no, the man doesn't sound like a man who is scared, doesn't sound like a man who's coerced. And also notice the fact that his security detail, it involves people who are ex-military officials. So you've got people who are highly trained. So he wouldn't have been easily coerced. That, therefore, it tells us that at this particular juncture, he just wanted to speak because probably he's been running away from the law far too long that it took a toll on him. Right? Number two, I think this man was betrayed by the circle. He felt that you guys are just taking without giving me something in return. And for him to speak here, it was a message sent to them to say, listen, I'm tired of you. I will speak just in case something happens to me. I want you to take that, digest it for a moment. Why? Because it becomes important as we go ahead. Now, I want you to think of the following. In his confession, he implicates few people. He implicates the minister Sibiya Mchunu'S. He implicates General Khan from crime intelligence. Then he implicates Sibiya. Mchunu'S, Sibiya, General Khan are implicated in his confession. The question that remains unanswered is the following. After the confession, can we collaborate what Kat Masala is saying? Or can Kat Masala provide evidence that collaborate what he is saying? Ichi, if you remember, even the commissioners yesterday, they asked the question, can't we maybe find footage wherein we will see somebody giving somebody a handbag or a bag of some sort? That is basically the commission asking if we can find evidence that can collaborate what Masala said here.
After Minister I have instruction to cancel my contract. So I would go meeting general meeting instruction to cancel the contract. So and then after that I have to send a letter. But the letter that obviously to one like if I must or you cancel your contract based on this thing. But it's illegal. But okay, before I can even go Gadi register a contract. I'm going to mention what you guys, I was busy, you'll see this day. You'll see people on board. I typed it this morning actually. Yeah, you see. No, I was talking to Bram Mukhozi. I was telling Bram Mukhozi what I'm going to put on David. Affidavit I'm going to put it. I was supposed to put it tomorrow, and then Friday it was supposed to go to High Court. So they'll do it on my behalf. But I'm going to put minister there and then incriminate him against this is what he did. So that our now is playing dirty because he cannot force me to do something what I'm doing wrong.
There, in summary, it is where Mr. Matlala has indicated that in the morning of his arrest, he had written to Bram Mukhozi, informing him that he's going to make an affidavit at the High Court, and also that he was going to implicate the minister because of his criminality, because the minister, after he had refused to open a case against the team or the police, then the minister cancelled his contract with the SAPS. He has instructed General Fani Masemula to cancel the contract.
Having said what I said and having played this, then you get to appreciate the fact that without the collaboration of this confession, the confession remains a confession that doesn't take us anywhere. The confession without collaboration or without collaborated evidence means that it cannot get Mchunu in trouble. It cannot get Farrakhan in trouble. It cannot get Sibiya in trouble. By trouble, I simply mean it cannot get them arrested, not unless an evidence is produced. But what it also does, this is interesting, if the state can cook its case and create a solid case against Matlala, I can tell you this. This is what I'm telling you. What is going to happen is, once Matlala is found guilty, once Matlala is convicted, before his sentencing, the state will then approach Matlala and say, okay, say for instance, you are looking at 85 years behind bars. But if you give us Sibiya, Mchunu, General Khan, you know what we're going to do for you? We'll lessen the sentence for you. And the state can't do that. They will go to the judge and say, okay, this witness has cooperated such that he has given us this and this and this evidence. And because of that, we want that. We are asking for a sentence to be reduced. We've seen that we've seen them also using what we call it a 204 witness, right? In the Jocelyn Smith case, where they turn one of the accused into that witness. But in this case, I think they will want to wait until Matlala is convicted. Once Matlala is convicted before sentenced, that is where they will approach Matlala. And if that is to happen, it is probably going to happen next year, mid next year. Because I think when the case Matlala starts, it will start, and I think they wanna hasten. Probably before a month or so, we would have completed here. We would have concluded that case. If not so, probably 2 months or so, we would have concluded that case. So once that case is concluded, mind you, we have this.
Contract, yeah. Whereas you've just told us for it, you funded the flight and stuff.
Yes, meaning he's biting me from one of them against my island. That's why I couldn't get it. I was in Turkey, but I'm looking at my phone. You can open it to see. You can take the gig in waiting today to Brown. They say this to the minister. So I did that January 8th. They even on my bank statements, I think you'll see them. I hope it doesn't come back again. Okay? My bank statements, you'll see. I hope it doesn't come back. The flight, the accommodation, I give them money or entertainment.
You give them how, cash or
no, going in town, it was a gift to this company with a Howla. If you see a company called Howlatli, you can be very excited to take money.
Howlatli?
Yeah, something Howlatli is just one.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, I'm saying it's a name of a company.
Yeah. The right company. It's a Howlatli, PTY, or what?
I didn't pay attention to those things.
So when if unsachele to patela through your then.
So once that case is concluded, it then puts the life of it then complicates the life of Sibiya, it complicates the life of Khan, it complicates the life of Mchunu and others, because at that particular juncture, they know that if he is found guilty and they are outside, they know one thing for sure, that they are at the mercy of Matlala. At that moment, they are at the mercy of Matlala. Now, this is what is going to happen. Matlala is going to look at how they treated him ever since his arrest. If he sees that, oh, you guys were hesitant to come and assist me, in fact, even my arrest is because of you guys were hesitant, and then he might throw them under the bus. But they are also in danger because they have now noticed that the political killing test team, these people are not playing. For the fact that after the recent arrest of Kat Masala, they quickly pounced on they looked at everybody that was visiting him. They don't want to be seen, or they don't want to be associated with Matlala. So in this case, they will rather use third parties, but they cannot be seen being close to Matlala or the people that are close to him, knowing that there is investigation around who's visiting everybody that is closer to them, what is happening around them. So they will rather use third parties. They will not want to be seen around him, which will then create this sense of instability, not unless it is communicated to Matlala to say, this is how we're going to do things. But what I've noticed with criminals, they don't trust each other, right? And I'm not saying others are criminals, but I'm saying, hey, allegedly. What I've noticed is that criminals don't trust each other. For the fact that Matlala will keep receipts, and when Abo Brown Mokgotsi were not doing certain things, and then he comes and say, don't forget I have this. It tells me that there's no honor amongst criminals. And I'm not saying Abo Mokgotsi are criminals, Mchunu'S, Sibiya, Khan, and others, because they have not yet been found guilty by the court of law, including Matlala. He has not been found guilty by the court of law. But I'm saying, in general, amongst criminals, there is no honor. With that being said, I want to leave it here. Take everything that I said with a pinch of salt and use the word allegedly.